What if you can create your own AI software team with one agent writing HTML code, one designing specifically your CSS, and another one completely handling the JavaScript? Not only that, we also have an agent which is specifically designed to do the QA. Now, this is exactly what I built in this particular anti-gravity tutorial. And no, this is not just one AI pretending to do, like 4 different roles. So in this particular tutorial, you will actually see an orchestrator divide the project, assign the work to the specialized agent, manage dependency, and send the final website for testing. To keep the concept simple, we are building this beautiful nostalgic Indian chai tapri website using only HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. At the end of this video, you will clearly understand what multi-agent orchestration actually means, how agents communicate with one another, how you can create your own AI development team for your future projects. So stick around till the end, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. Now before starting this, I had discussed my idea with ChatGPT. So our idea. Next thing what we will do is there will be a main orchestrator which creates the plan. Then we will have an HTML, CSS and QA agents and JavaScript. Okay, the next thing is we need this kind of structure, the folder structure. So obviously we are not going to create this structure and we will ask anti-gravity to do this. Okay, so now let us go into the anti-gravity. This is our blank workspace. You can select the blank folder and we can get started over here. And now we are going to ask anti-gravity to create this particular structure. Then we are going to build the agents for HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, and then we will have one test agent, that is QA agent. So let's get started. From here we can select the model. I am going to keep the default one. So let's do this. So while it is working, okay, it is saying something. Okay, so we are going to allow it. Let's allow it. So this is creating all the directory. You can see the directory structure is created. We just have to verify. Always remember that whatever output we get from the AI, always verify it. Do not ever blindly trust the output which you get from AI. Whatever coding tool you are using, vibe coding tool you are using, either you are using anti-gravity or you are using Claude Code, make sure that you verify the output. Okay, so here it has created the folder structure as we have requested. Okay. So next thing we have to do is we have to define our requirements. So in the requirements.md file, I'm going to paste this requirements. So this is my requirement for this particular website. I need a, this is the project goal. Simple, nostalgic, responsive Indian chai tapri website called as Tapri Tales. Okay, so these are the technology restrictions. I can define which technology stack I have to use. So here I'm, for the demo purpose, I'm going to create HTML, CSS and plain vanilla JS. I don't need to use any, fancy frameworks as of now for this particular example. Okay, then what we are going to do is we are going to define the file ownership, that HTML has only access to this particular files. CSS agent, can access only this particular files and things like that. Okay, so this requirements are done. Now next thing is we are going to define the agents for doing this. For the same, we are going to go to agents.md file. Okay, so we are going to go under workflows and agent.md file, and we are going to describe the entire, how many agents we are going to require in this particular project. So first agent is our orchestrator agent. Our agent orchestrator, consider this as our project manager. It has this all responsibilities. We can define the responsibilities over here. How the work is delegated. Okay, the next agent is our HTML agent, and you can also define which files this particular agent owns. So files owned by HTML will be the index.html, and then there will be an handoff. So what this will do is the orchestrator agent will ask HTML agent to create the basic skeleton HTML file. Okay, and after the basic HTML file is created, JavaScript and CSS will need the the DOM elements, and so once this is done, then only it should go to the CSS and the JavaScript. Okay, so we have to define all the rules over here. Once this is create a complete schematic structure in index.html and after that only connect to CSS and JavaScript, add IDs, classes, data attribution, all these things, whatever you can also include what you don't want it to do. Okay, for example, here it is, do not write inline CSS, do not write JavaScript, inline JavaScript. Okay, similarly we have defined our CSS agent. Okay, so how the theme we want, CSS is basically for the designing purpose, so you can define the visual identity. Here it is written nostalgic Indian chai tapri visual identity, things like that. And similarly for the JavaScript, and then we have our QA agent too. So once everything is done, the QA will make sure that it is working properly, it is responsive, it is working on mobile as well as on desktop, things like that. Okay, so basically this agents.md will set clear boundaries for each particular agent. Okay, so now to define the individual agents, what we will do is you have to go inside the skill. Okay, now inside the skill, go to the HTML and we will paste whatever the task should be done by HTML. What are the inputs it will get? Okay, so in the requirements.md we have written all the requirements. Okay, so we will direct that HTML agent will read this particular file. Then what are the tasks? So we have to define the complete role of this particular HTML agent. Okay, so you can also specify the IDs, okay, the DOM elements which the HTML agent will create. You can also define the name of those DOM elements if you want. Okay, you can have some rules like write only index.html and do not touch any other files. Okay, where we have to link the CSS, where we have to link the JS, things like that. And when the HTML is done, creating the HTML file, this particular agent is done, we can do the handoff. So once completing HTML, index.html, create HTML handoff document. Okay, and after that stop creating the file. So when your HTML agent is defined, we will move ahead to the next agent. Basically agents over here are nothing but the skills. Okay, so now we are going to define the CSS skill or the agent to read this requirements.md, and it should begin only after your indexes, and the the HTML agent will generate a handoff document. We have to begin after this is done. Okay, so here you can define the colors of your website, which colors you want, what are your designing goals. Okay, the layout in pixels you can include over here. So this kind of rules you can define for CSS. Now coming to the JavaScript. Now in JavaScript also you can define all the rules for the mobile menu, how the navigation will happen, that will be handled from the JavaScript end. And you can define all those. So basically what you are doing over here is you are creating the team of your AI employees. This is basically like your team of AI agents which has the particular role. So you are like defining the role for each of your employees. Now the next is the QA agent. What this particular skills says over here is test the Tapri Tales website. So Tapri Tales is the name of the website which I have given, and you can tell them to which files this particular agent reads. So this is a test QA agent, so it is going to read all those particular files and how they are going to read, and which to test it, which particular port number also you can include, and what all checklist. So we have prepared a checklist for a QA to test all these things. So this is going to test not only the output but our code also. And then at the end, this is going to prepare a QA report so that we can see if there are any issues. Okay, so if there are any console errors, JavaScript errors, so there is going to be a QA report prepared by our QA agent. So basically what we have done is we have created all our employees, our AI employees, and each employee has a particular role. So instead of only just one AI doing everything, this task will be distributed across all this. For this demo, it is a very small website, but when you are working on a large project, this type of clear distinctions really helps. Okay, now these agents are clearly defined, but now one thing is remaining is our orchestration agent, our main project manager. So for that, what we will do is we will go to the workflows and we will go to this build Tapri MD. Here we can define our main project manager, the main orchestrator for all these particular agents. So we have created CSS, HTML and JavaScript and QA agents and now who is going to manage these agents and who is going to coordinate all this agent is our orchestration agent. So let's do that. For that we have to go to workflow and go to build-tupri.md. Here we have to write the description and the content. So in the description we will write build and test the TupriTail website using the specialized agent. Okay, so this is our main orchestrator agent. You have to tell it as act as an orchestrator, and what we have to do, delegate it to the HTML agent. What the HTML, where is the HTML agent? It is over here. So all the agents which we have created, so here it is the complete way how it is the work is going to happen, how the tasks are going to delegate, and things like that we have written in this build-tupri.md. Now let us see and make this orchestration run. So basically it says that if I do slash, okay, this I don't know why it is there in the official, don't know why, but this is not working. If I say build pre, okay, no problem, we'll execute it with our own prompt. We are going to do is we are going to paste this particular prompt. So what this prompt says is, you are the orchestrator agent for this project. Read, and you have to go through this requirements, agents and skill. Your job is to coordinate for this 4 specialist agent, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and you have to respond. So basically to run this particular, the entire thing which we have built, we have to write this particular prompt. So let us write and let us see how this happens. Okay, so this is, you have to keep a close watch of what exactly it is happening. Okay, just make sure that you keep an eye. Okay, so now what this has done is it has created an implementation plan for us. Okay, so here you can see the entire implementation plan is created. Okay, so it says Tupri Tails multi-agent orchestration plan. Okay, so here whatever ownership and we have defined for each particular file ownership which we have defined for each particular agent, it is over here. As I said this before also, before proceeding, always verify the output. So this is the proposed plan. It has made us a nice mind map. So orchestrator will start this process. HTML agent will execute our thing uh, to create the main HTML, the skeleton of our website. Because it has all the DOM elements defined, then it is also going to create a document which is going to be handoff to JS and CSS, which are going to, CSS agent will create the respective classes using the DOM elements of the HTML, and similarly for the JavaScript as well. And then this particular thing will go to the QA agent, and it is going to do the QA accordingly. Okay, so all these tasks are particularly, perfectly described. So I'm going to say it with the proceed. So we can also keep an eye of what is happening in the backend. Okay, so now, for this, this is really a small example, so it is okay. But when you are working on a large project, this type of, having this type of boilerplate is really important. So if you have multiple AI engineers, human engineers, and they have a boilerplate, so they also get the idea of, how to go ahead and things like that. Okay. So here you can see the HTML index.html has done the task. It has also created the HTML handoff document, and now the CSS and JS are working. Oh wow, it is completed, and now it is running as well. Cool. Okay, so index.html, I can say that, see that the HTML handoff document is prepared, and the style and the JS files are also there. So our CSS and JavaScript agent are also working. And now our QA, you can read over here, the QA is performing all the test. Okay, it needs a permission, says always allow. Okay, so now the QA is testing, and it is going to upgrade. It is going to update in the final QA report doc which we have specified. I hope you can see. So I think we have to wait for a couple of seconds for this to complete this. Okay, so it is preparing the QA report, we can see from here. Okay, the QA report is also done, the final report. Okay, it has completed everything, perfect. Okay, so like our good good employees or a good team. Okay, it has completed all the task and they have given us the final report as well. Okay, so now we can finally test this website. We can test this website right now. Okay, so this is the website it has created and this look pretty decent to me. Okay, and let us make it responsive and see. Okay, it is working very nice on the mobile mode also. Okay, so this is nice responsive basic website it has done. Okay, so the point was to create a basic website using multiple agents. Okay, so now here you can see the QA has prepared the report as well. Okay, so HTML agent has also worked and prepared its document as well. Is done. This was the HTML handoff document which HTML agent has prepared for a CSS and the JavaScript agent. Okay, so they all are working beautifully with each other. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan one bug over here. So I'm going to open the index.html and what I will do is I'll go to the generate mode class and I'm going to add say extra words in extra characters in this. It says generate modes. Okay, and now what I will do is I will go to this conversation and say at the rate QA. So if you want to refer to any of the agent, you can do it like this at the rate QA, and I will tell it to now test the code again and let's see what it does. Okay, whether my QA agent is able to find this particular thing or not. So let's see this. Okay, so QA agent is working and I think it has already identified. Okay, see, it has already identified the bug. Okay, it exactly went to this particular line and it is asking me to accept. I will accept it and my you know I accepted it and the original class name was there again. So this is just an example of how you can do the multi-agent orchestration. In future you can also create one more agent if you want to do a backend thing. You can have one more SQL agent as well for the database purpose. So if you want that example as well, let me know in the comments. I'll try to make a video for that also. So I hope you liked it. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Thank you so much.